Hello, Shalom. Welcome to day 151 of the Daily Bread. We'll be reading from the Scriptures 2009. We'll be in Deuteronomy chapter 10, Isaiah chapter 11, Psalms 149, Proverbs 31, and 1 Corinthians chapter 1. Deuteronomy chapter 10 on page 197. At that time, Yahweh said to me, hew for yourself 2 tablets of stone like the first, and come up to me on the mountain. And you shall make yourself an ark of wood, that I write on the tablets the words that were on the first tablets, which you broke, and you shall put them in the ark. So I made an ark of acacia wood, hewed 2 tablets of stone like the first, and went up the mountain with the 2 tablets in my hand. And he wrote on the tablets according to the first writing the 10 words which Yahweh had spoken to you in the mountain from the midst of the fire that day of the assembly. Then Yahweh gave them to me, and I turned and came down from the mountain. And I put the tablets in the ark, which I had made, and they are there, as Yahweh commanded me. Now the children of Israel set out from the well of Benah Yaquan to Marsam. Aaron died there, and he was buried there, and Eleazar his son became priest in his place. And from there they set up to Godiah, and from Godiah to Yahabath, a land of rivers of water. At that time Yahweh separated the tribe of Levi to bear the ark of the covenant of Yahweh, to stand before Yahweh, to serve him and bless in his name to this day. Therefore Levi has no portion, no inheritance with his brothers. Yahweh is his inheritance, as Yahweh your Elohim promised him. And I stayed in the mountain for 40 days and 40 nights. And Yahweh heard me at that time also, and Yahweh chose not to destroy you. And Yahweh said to me, arise, go before the peoples to set out, and to let them go in and possess the land which I swore to their fathers to give them. And now, Israel, what is Yahweh your Elohim asking of you, but to fear Yahweh your Elohim and walk in all his ways, and to love him, and to serve Yahweh your Elohim with all your heart and with all your being, to guard the commands of Yahweh and his laws, which I commanded you today to your good, for your good. See, the heavens and the heavens of the heavens belong to Yahweh, your Elohim, also the earth with all that is in it. Yahweh delighted only in your fathers to love them, and he chose their seed after them. You above all people, as it is today. You shall circumcise the foreskin of your heart, and harden your neck no more. For Yahweh your Elohim is Elohim of mighty ones, and Master of masters, the great El, mighty and awesome, who shows no partiality, nor takes a bribe. He executes right ruling for the fatherless and the widow, and loves the sojourner, the stranger, giving him food and a garment. And you shall love the sojourner, stranger, who for you were sojourners in the land of Mizraim. Fear Yahweh your Elohim, serve him and cling to him, and swear by his name. He is your praise, and he is your Elohim. He has done for you these great and awesome deeds which your eyes have seen. Your fathers went down to Mizraim with 70 beings, and now Yahweh, your Elohim, has made you numerous as the stars of the heavens. Isaiah chapter 11 on page 423. And a rod shall come forth from the stump of Yeshai, and a sprout from his roots shall be fruitful. The Spirit of Yahweh shall rest upon him, the Spirit of wisdom and understanding, the Spirit of counsel and might, the Spirit of knowledge and the fear of Yahweh, and shall make him breathe in the fear of Yahweh. He shall not judge by the sight of his eyes, nor decide by the hearing of his ears. But with the righteousness he shall judge the poor, and shall decide the straightness for the meek ones of the earth, and shall strike the earth with the rod of his mouth, and slay the wrong with the breath of his lips. And righteousness shall be the girdle of his loins, and trustworthiness the girdle of his waist. And a wolf shall sojourn with the lamb, and a leopard lie down with the young goat, and the calf and the young lion and the fatling together, and a little child leads them. And a cow and a bear shall feed; their young ones lie down together, and a lion eats straw like an ox. And the nursing child shall play by the cobra's hole, and the weaned child shall put his hand in the adder's den. They do no evil, nor destroy in all my set-apart mountain. For the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of Yahweh, as the waters cover the sea. And in that day there shall be a root of Yeshai, Y-I-S-H-A-I, standing as a banner to the people. Unto him the nations shall seek, and his rest shall be esteemed. And it shall be in that day that Yahweh sets his hand against a second time to recover the remnant of his people who are left, from Asher and from Mizraim, from Pathros and from Cush, and from Elam, and from Shinar, and from Hanak, and from the islands of the sea. And he shall raise a banner for the nations, and gather the outcasts of Israel, and assemble and disperse of Judah from the four corners of the earth. And the envy of Ephraim shall turn aside, and the adversaries of Judah be cut off. Ephraim shall not envy Judah, and Judah not trouble Ephraim, but they shall fly down upon the shoulder of the Philistines toward the west. Together they plunder the people of the earth, of the east, their hand stretching forth from Edom and from Moab, and the children of Ammon shall be subject to them. And Yahweh shall put under the band the tongue of the sea of Mizraim, and he shall wave his hand over the river of the seven streams, and shall cause men to tread it in sandals. And there shall be a highway for the remnant of his people, those left from Asher, as it was for Israel in the day when he came up from the land of Misra. Psalms 148 on page 729. Praise Yah, sing to Yah a new song. His praise is an assembly of his loving commit ones. Let Israel rejoice in their Maker. Let the children of Zion exult in their sovereign. Let them praise his name in a dance. Let them sing praise to him with the tambourine and lyre. For Yahweh takes pleasure in his people. He embellishes the meek ones with deliverance. Let the loving committed ones exult in esteem. Let them sing aloud on their beds. Let the exaltation of El be in their mouths, and a two-edged sword in their hand, to execute vengeance on the nations, punishments on the peoples, to bind their sovereigns with chains, and their nobles with iron bands, to execute on them the written right ruling. A splendor it is for all his loving committed ones. Praise Yah. Proverbs 31 on page 757. The words of sovereign Lemuel, a message which his mother taught him. What, my chosen, and what chosen of my womb, and what chosen of my vows? Do not give your strength to a woman, nor your ways to wiping away sovereigns. Not for sovereigns, O Lemuel, not for sovereigns to drink wine, not for princes to desire strong drink. Lest they drink and forget what is inscribed, and pervert the right of all the afflicted. Give strong drink to him who is perishing, and wine to those embittered in being. Let him drink and forget his poverty, and remember his trouble no more. Open your mouth for the dumb, in the cause for all the sons of the departed. Open your mouth, judge righteously, and plead the cause of the poor and needy. Who does find a capable wife? For she is worth far more than rubies. The heart of her husband shall trust her, and he has no lack of gain. She shall do him good, and not evil, all the days of her life. She shall seek wool and flax, and with delight she works with her hands. She shall be as the ships of the merchant. She brings in her food from afar. She also rises while it's still night, and provides food for her household, and what is lawful for her girls. She shall consider a field and buy it. From her profits she shall plant a vineyard. She shall gird herself with strength, and strengthen her arms. She shall taste when her gain is good. Her lamp does not go out by night. She shall stretch out her hands to the distaff, and her hand shall hold the spindle. She shall extend her hand to the poor. She shall reach out her hands to the needy. She is not afraid of snow for her household, for all her household is dressed in scarlet. She shall make tapestry for herself. She is dressed in fine linen and purple. Her husband is known in the gates. He sits among the elders of the land. He shall make fine linen and sell them, and shall give them girdles for the merchant. Strength and splendor are her garments, and she rejoices in time to come. She shall open her mouth with wisdom, and on her tongue is the Torah of loving commitment. She watches over the ways of her household, and does not eat the bread of idleness. Her husband too, and he praises her. Many daughters have done nobly, but you have risen up over them all. Loveliness is deceptive, and prettiness is vain. A woman who fears Yahweh is to be praised. Give her of the fruit of her hands, and let her work praises, and let her works praise her in the gates. First Corinthians chapter 4 on page 1108, 1108. Let a man regard us as servants of Messiah and trustees of the secrets of Elohim. For the rest it is sought in trustees that these should be found trustworthy. But with me it is small matter that I should be judged by you, or by any man's court. But not even myself I judge. For I am not conscious of any matter again myself, yet I am not declared right by this. But he who judges me is Yahweh. So do not judge any at all before the time, until the Master comes, who shall bring to light what is hidden in darkness, and reveal the thoughts of the hearts. And then each one's praise shall come from Elohim. And these matters, brothers, I have supplied in a figure to myself and Apollos for your sakes, so that in us you might learn not to think beyond what is written, so that none of you be puffed up on behalf of one against the other. Who makes you to differ? And what do you have that you did not receive? And if you did indeed receive it, and if you verse 7, for who makes you defer? And what do you have that you did not receive? And if you did indeed receive it, why do you boast of it if you had not received it? You are already satisfied. You are already enriched. You have reigned as sovereigns apart from us. And I wish indeed you did reign, that we also might reign with you. For I think that Elohim has exhibited us, the emissaries, last and is appointed to death, because we became a respectable to the world, both to the messengers and to the men. We are fools, and for the sake of Messiah, we are fools for the sake of Messiah, but you are wise in Messiah. We are weak, but you are strong. You are esteemed, but you are not. But you are not. We were fools for the sake of Messiah, but you are wise, Messiah. We are weak, and you are strong. You are esteemed, but we are not appreciated. Until the present hour we both hunger and thirst, and we are scarcely clad. and beaten and homeless and labor working with our own with our own hands, being cursed, we bless, being persecuted, we suffer, being insulted, we help. We have been made as the filth of the world, dirt wiped off by all until now. I did not write this to shame you, but to warn you as my beloved children. For if you should have 10,000 instructors in Messiah, yet not many brought forth, I appeal to you to become intimidators of me. For this reason I have sent Timothy to you, who is my beloved and trustworthy son. For 17. For this reason I have sent Timothy to you, who is my beloved and trustworthy son in the Master, who shall remind you of my ways in Messiah, as I teach everywhere in every assembly. Now some are puffed up, as though I were not coming to you. But I shall come to you shortly, if the Master desires it. And I shall know not the word of those who are puffed up, but the power. For the reign of Elohim is not a speech, but in power. For the reign of Elohim is not speech, but is in power. Finishing up here. What do you wish? Shall I come to you with a rod, or in love and a spirit of meekness? Shalom. Make it a great day. Read your Bible. Talk to the Father.